here, and in his suffering, somehow is a kind of redemption for the members of the family, or also for redeeming humankind, or in its modern sense, in the word of meaninglessness, he is actually nothing, or he does not achieve anything, not sacrificing himself for the others. How do you see Benji in this situation? As you mentioned, you see very honest, liking, you see the odor of the flowers, trees, a very simple, you see, person. Now, how do you look at him, and how do you like him? Do you hear me, or there's a problem?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Maybe as you mentioned before, there's similarities between him and Jesus Christ. Not definitely they don't have the same aim, but their personalities, both of them are pure, away from sins and away from doing wrong things, because they are dealing naturally with the people.
All right.
Also, there's something else related to his relation with the Qadi. Here, the writer gives a great position for women. He considers women as the nucleus for the life. And this is one things or one themes described in this novel.
Okay, we know that you see they are somehow the family on the decline, and that's why even Benji, as a Christ figure, one of you see the children in this house, is not able to do anything. And we see that in the family that, as I mentioned, without any meaning of life, for them. One of them commits suicide, another somehow disgraces herself, another one is a thief, another one is an idiot, the bitter, angry. So it is not a kind of, let's say, productive life. And yes. So what has gone wrong with this family? What is it? Is it, let's say, lack of love? It is lack of understanding? Is it lack of taking care of each other? Is it lack of
elements? Lack of love, sons, they cannot behave well.
Okay, this is one, you see the main point that Ghafer said, that it is a kind of unnatural love.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to say that this kind of love, don't you think that in the atmosphere of an unproductive family is a very good clue for love, for understanding, for the improvement of the family? We don't know that it is not achievable, and that's why, for instance, one of them commits suicide because he thinks that there is a distance, a real distance between the idol or his idol word and this word. For one, maybe in the mind it is it can be a kind of utopia toward the idol word, but for the another one, as the real word or as the reality of the family, we see that it is a kind of moving on the wrong path. the only way for him, rather than loving each other, is to commit suicide. For him, this word is not tolerable. This word is not the word that everybody is able to understand each other. This is not the word of intimacy. This is the word of deception. And that's why we can find, you see, a lot of such family without even parents, you see, love with sisters and brothers, without love of families, relatives. And this shows the decadence of man, very similar to the decadence of this Campson, you see, family. Everything is in its line. So don't you think this kind of life, love, even if it is very short, even if it is with, you see, the brother and sister, would be suffice for the improvement of the family and moving toward a fresh one, moving toward, you see, a loving one, moving toward a life that everybody is able to understand or understood even by the others. Yes, dear. Yes.
Yeah, maybe about the family of Mrs. Campson. It creates a fragmented world for her children at young age by not being a good mother figure to them. She basically lets Daisy raise her children. Jason dislikes Eddie and Miss Canton because his mother shows hatred toward them, which displays how this fragmented world affects one of her children. Maybe
this shows the word.
Yeah.
This shows the word that is also a fragmented. The relationship among the members of the family that is fragmented, you see, as well.
Maybe the readers can probably suggest that add fragmentation into the characters' lives to display the modernistic movement stylistically and show how the world around these characters, such as Mrs. and Daisy's section, Jason loses his power and white privilege.
Yes. Now, Janan, please. Wait a minute. She has asked me to talk.
Yes.
Janan Taha. Janan, I have activated your microphone, but this is the second time you do not speak.
Maybe there is a problem with her mic. This was
yes, I have activated.
Suffering from you activated it, but others we cannot activate it.
Okay, so she should activate her microphone as well. All right, now let me go to Alo. Yes, Alo, please. Alo, Saleh. Barik, you please, Barik. Barik. So this is, you see, the problem of your microphones. I have activated your microphone.
Yes, sir, you can hear me.
Yes, Alo, please.
Yes, sir, and just I need to participate about some questions as before.
Okay.
In the group.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. How can you evaluate the shadow of the shadow theme or shadow theme? Yes, of the novel Sound and Fury, like that.
Symbol of the shadow. Symbol of the shadow.
Yes.
This was the question. Yes.
Yes, yes. Shadow and the novel can reveal many important information about the characters. It is also implied that the present state of the Kamson family. Yes, this Kamson family, it is merely as a shadow of its past. So, past, it is a shadow of its past and greatness. Well, this family was great and have money and also an aristocratic family and have a power. But now, the author, he associate this shadow with their future. Their future is no more in the present. This changed totally.
This goes to the symbolism in the novel. Sometimes you see the figures that we see. Sometimes you see the flowers, the days, and they may symbolize something. And it is clear that, and we have to know that some of the symbols are intentional. It means that the author has intentionally has created such symbols in the novel to represent something, and in some instances they are unintentional. And later on, you see the critique. Good afternoon, and the readers may think of these symbols. And somewhere I remember that Faulkner himself said that even with the symbol of the shadow, maybe it is not deliberate, let's say, symbolism. State something in his mind somewhere to acknowledge Quentin's death. So it is clear that death for Quentin is here. Death is there. And then shall expect it whether it happens now or maybe another time, until, for instance, the next Friday. This is something was in the mind. The shadow here symbolizes maybe death, as there are some other symbols in the novel, like trees, flowers as well.
Yes, also it is resemble the change of the family from one situation to another situation.
Yes.
Maybe the word shadow, Doctor, here. Maybe the word shadow crops up quite a few times in the novel, especially in a Quentin section of the story. Quentin himself sees his own shadow rising up from the water, beneath him while he is in the process of committing suicide. See, primarily in Quentin sections, shadows imply that the present state of the Kamson family is merely shadow of its past, maybe
just like a shadow.
Yes, and I see that even we can find this kind of relationship with the impression that Quentin is a way that is to a large extent because finds the father and the family with let's say lack of values. This is the main problem.
Maybe
these are.
Can say life is just like a shadow that will not last forever, or will last only for a short time.
No, maybe if it is lost for a very short time, it will be lost for every time.
May I say something?
Shadows. Sorry.
Yes,
maybe,
please.
let me continue my idea. Maybe
this is Barik or Allah?
Yes.
Yes. Ghafer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
This is Ghafer, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, shadows serve as a subtle reminder of the passage of time as they slowly shift with the sun through the course of the day. Quentin is particularly sensitive to the shadows, a suggestion of his maybe acute awareness that the Campson name is merely shadow of what it once was.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Now, Barik, please.
Yes, sir. Well, I think we talked a lot of Benji about the novel, and if we want to summarize the whole novel, the whole work, I just want to say that it's about the fall of aristocratic family or families that happen in America. History that's after several wars, and some of families cannot accept this. It means it's like they rejected the reality that have become. And one of these examples is Benji, and in the same time the author that's shifting in time from present to past, future, and all these shifting of time. It's like it's like rejecting this falling, rejecting this. The prison that they have become, they had everything, the wealth, the money, everything, the slavery, but now everything shifted. And here we have Benji is like rejecting all these things and cannot accept it. Also, we can understand from this novel, from this literary work, that the corruption of all these South Korean community who we had a great wealth, and we can find it in Great Gatsby too. Now they are like shifted to 180 degrees, and now they had nothing, so they have to deal with the new life they have. Benji cannot accept it, but we have another character who is just the opposite for Benji. She can see her past, and she can deal with it and deal with her new life. So it's all about falling, accepting, or rejecting, and all these times just to show that some people cannot accept what they have now, and cannot imagine what they had and what they have. And some people accept the past, and as they are just a part of their life, it's of their original life.
Yes, so you mean that it is a kind of, emptiness at the present time, and that's why all the family or all the characters are in craving of the past life, longing for, the past. Yes?
Maybe
the question
about how has the culture been?
Yeah, to complete, it was Anan, I think, yes. Said about the present and the past. I told that, all the camps ran, except Jason. They long for the past. This is because of the emptiness, of the modern life. That nowadays we can find, the topic for many writers, that they are going to show these kinds of decadences of life, 20th century. This is what I said. Okay. All right. Any other idea? If there is any idea,
I'm here to.
Yes,
about the culture being reflected. Maybe the
about
sound
the. About what? About what? Yes.
About the culture and how
Yes.
has that
I
culture
see.
been reflected? Yes. Maybe the
Yes, I
novel
see.
Under Fury by William Faulkner is an excellent representation of the culture change in America during the 1920s. The interaction
Yes.
between the black and servant and their white employers, partly a sense of the feeling that the South was going through because they know that times were changing. Aristocracy
Yes.
was slowly diminishing and modernism was rapidly rising. One of the strongest characters in the novel is Daisy,
Dilsey.
who narrates the last part of the novel. She is represented a grandmother figure, a black servant to the Campson family. Dilsey was present when the Campson family rose to power and remains during their down were superior. Dilsey also represents a deeper meaning for the novel. She represents the modern area which is soon raising during the time. Maybe the progressive and liberal
Yes.
culture shares three different rules in the novel, which related to the Campson family. You can see the cultural change. Dilsey play the authoritative rule.
Yes, a representative of a good mother in the family.
The authority.
She's seen maybe or the
Yes.
a symbol of hope for the Campson family.
And also teaches them the way to survive. Seed them with this fruit of life. Not the passive character. Huh?
Represent an authoritative role in the novel.
Yes, she is a strong one.
Yes.
In
Can I add
the
something, sir?
events, yes, in all the events, plays like a very good guide.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
Thank
take
you.
care of
Yes,
them.
yes,
for the
yes, Raghas, please.
Yes, about the first question, when you ask us whether if you are a publisher, are you going to publish this novel or not? Definitely.
Now you are able to answer this question, I think, definitely.
Yes, of course, I'm going to publish it because
Yes.
it deals with so many subjects which are very important for our life. Begin with the family and end with the family. If you
For mankind, you mean? For every man?
yes, of course.
Yes.
If you have right parents, the relationship between them is good. Definitely, you are going to make all the society good. Not only one of
Yes.
them is going to be away from the good things, but all of them. And here you see the decline of the family at the end of the novel. When they were children, they don't care about the rules, they don't care about the life. There was a special relationship between them, but when they become elder and become to think about materialistic things, all of them have been changed.
Yes. So there are some reasons maybe for some readers that they do not like this novel from
Maybe because
the
of
other
the style. Because when I read the first paragraph related to Benji and then move to the second chapter, completely different from the first. You find the
Yes.
style is going to be different, the words. But here, I think the writer is going to confront us to read. Whenever you,
Yes.
it is not easy to read something which is begin difficult. We used to read things that begin with the simple things, the simple ideas, and then they are making to be complex. Here, in contrary, it begins with a complex chapter, a difficult chapter, and then it becomes easy to be understood by others.
Yes, that's why as you see to go through such novels more than once. That is it. Twice. Sorry?
Just that Faulkner partly fails to maybe pair around any single character to show that the characters in a fragmented way. Faulkner stylistically includes into the novel by equating the word of fragmentation in the novel.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I agree. Thank you very much, ICDS, for today, particularly for those students who participate. To say a lot and active. So I think that end of Fury, and next session we will start hopefully the Lord of the Flies with the questions I've sent you to WhatsApp group. Now, best wishes. Have it an enjoyable time.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. I enjoyed this class. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now.